have a monkey in your pants?
Alright guys, this is the second part, if you like, to the 200 subscriber question answer special video, and this is the answer section. Now I nearly had to retract this or change the name of it because after I done it, the question answer 200 subscriber thank you video, or whatever you want to call it, I noticed somebody unsubscribed and it went to 201. It was at 202 then. It went to 201. I thought, oh, if this drops to 200, it's getting close. And I thought if it drops to 199, I'm gonna have to like call it the 199 question and answer thing. But it didn't. I'm glad. But anyway, excuse me because I'm fucking baking hot in here, and lots of shit's been happening. Let's have a chat first of all, shall we? Monday there, a lot of you probably don't know, I'm training for a half marathon, Great North Run. I do a bit of running, so I was out on Monday night for a run, a little nice 6 mile run in the heat, and I got to about 5 mile run point, and I felt my right calf tighten up quite a lot, and I thought it's probably going to cramp, it'll be alright. So I stopped and I had a little stretch, and I kept running, and I was like, oh, it's a bit sore, but I thought it's not getting any worse, so I'll just keep going. I was a mile away from home, and I got to 5.8 miles on the run, and only had 0.2 of a mile to go, and it felt like somebody just got a baseball bat and boom, battered me on the back of my calf, and my calf just went pop. I just felt and heard it pop, and as soon as that happened, I was like limping, so I had to limp the 0.2 mile home. So I was at the doctor's, a couple of days off work and whatnot, and it turns out that I tore my calf muscle, which is great. Hence why I couldn't run anymore, but or I couldn't continue the run, I should say, and I'm not allowed to run for 4 weeks and blah 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 blah. So apart from being baking hot, I had a few days off. I've been limping about, but still drinking Iron Brew, and I'll show you a picture of what my fridge looks like right now. There you go, that's how you can tell if you're a Scotsman, if you got a fridge that looks like mine. So anyway, I just thought I'd have a bit of a chin wag, fucking roasting hot. Anyway, 200 subscriber special, question and answers, this is the answer video. And I realised this room's not really echoey, but this webcam picks up the room really echoey for some reason. So I'm thinking about getting a little, what do you call them, a blue snowball microphone thing, a sort of condenser, cardioid directional microphone, which should pick up the audio a lot better. You guys probably don't care, but it bugs me. So we will get, thank you first of all to everybody who, everybody who asked a question on the 200th subscriber special. I'll tell you exactly what it's called. Question answer thank you video. Much appreciated. Makes the whole thing a bit more fun. Some questions are funny as fuck. I never answered any questions on the video. I'm saying here because this is where my monitor is and you're there. I hope people realise that's how it was working and they're not sitting there pissed off because I hadn't written a reply. But we'll get through the questions now. When people posted a question, I looked at my email on my phone and I was like, oh, right, okay. But apart from that, I've not really thought about any of the questions in depth, so this will be on the fly, improv question answer, and that's what we're going to call it. So just making sure this is going to record still. I was going to say if this isn't recording, I'm going to be pissed, but it's still recording. So first couple of comments in the video are just congratulatory comments, if you like. First question was from Retro Unlim Stephen. Says, if Hollywood decided to make Monkey Splash 5000 the movie, what Hollywood actor would be cast as you? Now, Smooth MJ replied straight after that saying Jason Statham. Only I think Jim is probably more convincing as an actor. That's right. Who would play me? I suppose we have to go with a baldy, don't we? I'm thinking Vin Diesel for obvious reasons. I'm his basically Scottish doppelganger, as you can tell. Or who else do I like? Let me see. I like Bruce Willis, and I like Billy Zane. He's another baldy. I quite like him as well. I can't choose between those three. You choose. Whatever you like. But it'd be a fucking awesome movie. I'd watch it. Nick T. Wolf, it's one word, sorry, asked, where's the question part? Hold on, I'm just going to move my monitor about a bit. Better. He asked, I've lost you there, my man. If you were locked up with only a handheld, locked up? First of all, why would I be locked up? What did I do? With only a handheld and 5 games for that system, what would the handheld and games be? First of all, why am I locked up? And what kind of place would I be locked up in that would give me a games console? I was fucking British prisons. There you go. Anyway, handheld. What handheld? What handheld? And 5 games. Hard. Let me think. Oh, I'm probably going to edit this out because I'm going to sit and think here thinking for a while. And the reason I was thinking for a while because I couldn't fucking think the name of this console. It would have to be Game Boy Advance SB, and the games would be Tetris, the original Game Boy game. 5 games, man. Fuck me, you're racking my brain. It has to be 5. Tetris, Robocop, because that game's fucking awesome. Double Dragon for the Game Boy. I love that shit. Let me think. A Pokemon game. I don't really give a monkey's what. And what's it called? Simple as fuck game, but it would keep me going. It'd be quite entertaining. These might be. Probably don't think I'd say these games, but what's the game that's like Arkanoid for the Game Boy? It's got the bat and ball. Fuck me, my latest retro gamer magazine's got it in it. I can't think what it'd be called. Can't think what it is called. Yeah, but those games are decent actually. Tetris, love Tetris for the Game Boy, can't go wrong with that. Play it forever. I'm up. I was gonna say, at least I'm locked up, I'm allowed a charger, or yeah, it'd have to be, I'm not like on a desert island where the battery's gonna die. So, Tetris, awesome Game Boy game, obviously. And obviously these are all original Game Boy games, but the SP has got this black backlit screen or frontlit screen, depending what model it is. Tetris, awesome game. Robocop for the Game Boy, I love that as well. Double Dragon, actually love that for the Game Boy as well. Shit, I forgot what I said. The bat and ball game. Nah, sorry. It's late at night. Hopefully I just said 5 because I can't rewind what I'm. Next question. Kit171, Mike says, I have no questions, so I'll just say good on you. Well, thanks very much, Kit, but that wasn't the point of this video. Of the previous video. Live CI or CLX, it's a pity you're not making videos anymore. I was enjoying your little random vlog videos. Whatever reason you stopped your channel. I think it was due to your job and I don't know. But you should come back. Amber cools you down. Right, what's the scariest game you've ever played? I fucking hate scary games. Honestly, I hate scary games. I was going to do a gameplay of Slender game ages ago for the 100 subscriber special, but I couldn't play it. Fuck off. I hate scary games. I hate scary shit. I live in the country now and it's fucking pitch black outside. I won't even go outside the front door because the amount of noises and stuff you hear out there in the woods are basically, the house backs right onto the woods on one side and a sort of country road on the other. Honestly, I will not go outside at night time. But scary games. What's the scariest game? Right. I remember, this isn't the scariest game, but I even remember playing like, was it Aliens or Aliens vs Predator or something like that on the PC, where you could play as an alien or marine or predator, obviously. And even that fucking shit scared the shit out of me. But the scariest game for me, I think this has to be. I hope this is the right one, but Resident Evil 2, I think. The one where you're walking down a corridor. There's either mirrors or windows or glass or something alongside the corridor, and dogs jump out at you. I fucking shit my pants. I remember, and I'm sure there's loads of other things like that in the game. Absolutely shut me up. Even the fear games, they fucking freak me out. I can't. I remember I was playing one of the fear games. I had to stop playing it. Shit me up, honestly. Ghost shit like that. Ugh, scares me to death. Next question is from Swee Gamer John, or Raz, I think your name is now, or always was, but you know what I mean. What's it say? When and with what did you begin your gaming? And where's my hair gone? Right. What one will we do first? When and where? When and with what did you begin your gaming? For me, it was, well, remember those little handheld things? I don't know if you had them in your country. I think they were made by Tato. I think they were little LCD handheld things, like really dodgy basic things where the character would just move like 3 things across, and then his sword could either be here or he pressed a button, it would be here. If I can find out what they're called, I'll put a picture up on the screen now. But that, something like that, was where I first saw it, and also it's not my gaming, I suppose, but it's where I first sort of saw it in Game and Watch. Donkey Kong, one of my mates had that, but my gaming, I suppose, when and with what, I was maybe about 5 years old, so we're talking 1984. For Christmas, I got a little 14-inch portable colour TV, and I also got an Atari 2600. I remember seeing adverts for it on the telly before I had it, and that was probably my first sort of introduction to games, sort of, apart from the handheld things. Oh, and you remember those little things that you look through like this, and there are buttons here. I'm watching one on eBay, but I can't remember what it's called. It's like triangular shaped and different things as well. But anyway, the Atari 2600, I got it for my Christmas. I was maybe about 5 years old, 6 years old. I got Yars' Revenge for it as well. But that is what is what got me into gaming big style. I had that machine for years, and I never even knew anything else was available until one day I saw my mate's Commodore 64, and I was like, oh, my Atari is shit compared to this. Next part of that question is, where's my hair gone? Right, I'm not being funny, right? I have this conversation with my children all the time, especially my son. He says, Daddy, where's your hair? Or you've got no hair. And right, just to point things out, see this here? This is called hair. This is hair. So I have hair and hair. It's just forgotten to go over the top bit because it's got a bit lazy. As one of these unfortunate people that suffered from premature male pattern baldness, is that correct? Ooh, I sound all posh for a slaphead. Yeah, it's maybe about. I always had quite fine hair. I wasn't like balding when I was a 6-year-old, but quite sort of fine hair. And maybe I was about 19, 20, started to notice it getting a little bit thin. 21. Maybe by the time I was 21, I just thought, fuck it. I got pissed one night. Or I knew I was going to get pissed. I was going to my mate's house with some drinks, and I bought a pair of clippers, and we just thought, fuck it, when I'm pissed, and just buzzed it off. And since then, that was that. But before then, I went through stages of dyeing it blonde and everything to try and pretend it wasn't happening. Oh my god, we're getting all deep, and I feel like I'm sharing things with you. But it happens to the majority of us. I just won the race first. You fuckers will catch up one day or later, that's what I say. The funny thing is, my mates now, they're all catching up as well. But in seriousness, it's it's a hard thing for guys to go through. Some guys they freak out about it and whatnot, but just fucking embrace the baldness. Put it this way: you wake up in the morning, give your hair a rub, and that's it. You're ready for work or whatever, aren't you? You don't have it blowing in the wind or anything like that. Next question. Smooth MJ asked, "What's the worst ever console and game you purchased?" I'm talking the software, hardware that pisses you off even today. It has to be Atari Jaguar. And I paused there because I forgot the name of it. I bought it off somebody at my school. I remember that. I saved up because I had like, if you remember those wallets, Velcro wallets that you used to get. I was looking around to see if my wallet was here to see if it was, try to explain it. I remember I must have saved up for a while because it was rammed full of notes and coins and everything. But I bought it off this guy at school and I remember everyone, oh, Atari Jaguar, it's 64-bit. Bullshit. It's 64-bit. Bullshit. Bullshit. 64-bit, and has to be, for me, the most disappointing machine ever. I bought it with a couple of games off this guy, and I had Doom. And I knew what Doom was for the PC and stuff. And to be fair, on the Atari Jaguar, Doom's pretty decent, or I thought it was. I did like that game, but the machine was just bad. 64-bit, it could hardly handle anything. There's racing games for it, and it just looked absolutely shite. Like, I wish I could remember the name of the games. I can't remember, but it was really, really, really bad machine. It was just like, they just fucked you over. It's 64-bit. Bollocks it, is it? It's rubbish. There is supposed to be some games where you're a big sort of mech warrior walking through sort of a 3D sort of city thing with tower blocks and stuff, and that's supposed to be one of the better games. But it's rubbish. But what do they have? Universe Predator, which was alright. I had that. Doom, I liked that. But the machine was just such a disappointment. It should have done so much better. Obviously, the hardware capabilities of it were shite, or it must have been. It couldn't have just been all the programmers were making rubbish games. But the machine was guff. I liked the look of it. I was actually going to pick one up a few years ago. I wish I did, because now they're fucking expensive. But what was it? The worst console I ever bought has to be the Atari Jaguar. Biggest disappointment. That fucking control pad as well. Oh, my email just went off. Sorry, that control pad as well. What do you call it? D-pad and the ABC button, or the three buttons, and the fucking wonky pad thing at the bottom where you stick in the overlays. Good idea. No, no, Atari. This is why you're shit nowadays, because you released bollocks. The worst game for it, I think it has to be the game I think that came with it, was Cybermorph. Oh, that game was bad. Was it a fucking wonky tech demo or something? That little green voice that's floating head that spoke to you? I just dumb man that in. Hope that answers that question. Juice break. Right, Tribal Masters asks, what is your first memory of video games? I think I sort of answered that. Like I say, I think the first thing I came about and was aware of them was those little handheld things. My first memory of them. And like I say, another one was, what's it called? It's not what it's called. I did used to have one. I used to borrow this from my mate, or I borrowed this from my mate. It was like a little tabletop Space Invaders type machine, and it had a circuit. I'm sure it was a circular viewing bit where it was square, obviously. The bit was circular, and it was Space Invaders. It's vintage, iconic fucking little machine, and with a little, I think it was a little metal joystick thing and a fire button. If I can find a picture of it, I'll put it here. No picture appears. I didn't find it. But that is probably one of my earliest, that little machine. I played that for a long time. Seriously, I just can't think what it's called. Somebody tell me, you probably know what it is. I'm sure it's grandstand or grand. Right. Retro Unlim asks, Robert Redford offers you a complete SNES collection for one night with your wife. What? A complete SNES collection for one night with not your wife? Oh, but with you, would you accept? Yes. I'm easy. Honestly. Yes. Nothing more to say on that. Depends though, doesn't it? If he's going to be gentle with me or rough. Probably still yes. Retro Unlim also asks, you go for your Iron Brew, but it has lost its fizz. What's it now called? It's not called fucking Fizzy Pop anyway. It's never called Fizzy Pop, was it? It's called Juice. Oh, I don't want to start this again. Iron Brew. You can call Iron Brew, you call it Fizzy Juice. But everything is just juice. Fizzy juice, fresh juice, diluting juice. Or it all falls under the bracket of juice. And that's all I'm fucking going to say on that before I get started again. Right, next question. Right, next question from good man Chris Ashanked. I saw your latest video about joining Retro Online website and you need to fucking shave your facial hair off again. From one person with not much facial hair to another, you looked better without your facial hair. But anyway, let's get on to the question. Spaghetti hoops or beans? Beans. You don't have spaghetti hoops on toast, do you? You have beans on toast. Do you want spaghetti hoops on toast? No. Do you want some beans on toast? Yes. Do you want a baked potato? Aye. Oh, what do you want in your baked potato? You want cheese? Nah, no cheese. Do you want some coleslaw? Nah, no coleslaw. Oh, I've got these. You've got what? I've got spaghetti hoops. No, I want beans. Thanks. So, beans. Who's a fatter bastard? Me or Woodland? And not me, he means Chris Ashank or Woodland. See, that's hard, guys. I don't think I can comment on that. The reason being is you only really see each other from this point up. And one person might look like they're carrying a lot of weight in their face, but they might have quite a thin belly. Or one person might have a huge beer belly, and they might have quite a thin face. So it's deceiving. So until I get a full frontal, naked if you wish, I'm not answering. What sports do you watch and who are your teams? Easy question for me. I don't fucking watch sports. I'm not really interested. I played rugby when I was at school. But nowadays, I don't know why, I'm not really interested. Unless it's something like the World Cup, then I'll watch football. But only, like, if there's a big football game on, I won't know when it's on, but if I'm flicking through the channels, unless it's like Scotland versus England or something, but if I'm flicking through the channels and I see that it's on, I might sit and watch it. But apart from that, I'm not really interested in sports. Does that make me a bit gay? So another question from Chris. I saw this question actually when it came up on my email, and I did have a wee think about this. In a dream arcade, what cabs would you have and why? What arcade cabinets? First one, I was looking at getting one of these a wee while ago, and I can't see any for sale nowadays. Not that A, I could afford it nowadays, or B, I would even be allowed it nowadays by her indoors. Who's through that door somewhere at sleeping bed. First arcade cabinet that I'd have to have is Gauntlet. The big fuck off 4-player beastie. I love that machine. I remember when I was a kid I used to go to a local leisure centre swimming pool and it had Gauntlet arcade machine. And I don't know, there was a thing about when you were a child in arcade machines. It's probably because the arcade machines at the time were so completely different from the home console versions or computer versions because the technology in those couldn't replicate what were in the arcade machines as well as what the original arcade machines were like. I used to love that game. Play it constantly. So I don't know how many I'm going to pick here. So Gauntlet, awesome machine. Next would have to be Turtles, similar sort of thing. 4-player version. The reason being, I remember walking around the local shows. Come in the summer, you probably call it the fair where you're from. Same thing. And you'd be walking like through the arcade cabinets a bit, and all you'd hear in the background would be it was just awesome, it just drew your attention. The game was decent as well. I love that game. So it'd be Gauntlet, excuse me, I bumped Gauntlet, Turtles, let me have a think. Outrun, love Outrun, classic arcade game. You can't not have an arcade place without Outrun. And it would also have to be something like, is that 3? Right, I'll do one more. Can I do 2 more? I can do what I want, I suppose, can't I? Robocop the arcade machine, not an amazing game, but I remember again walking through the arcades and hearing the music with the high score board was flashing. Amazing music, and just draw your attention to it. Decent, alright game, it's not amazing. So I've got Gauntlet, I've got Turtles, I've got Outrun, I've got Robocop. One more. Nah. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat the original, no explanation needed, both awesome fighting games. And also, let me think, I just had one in my head but it disappeared. One of the fucking like House of the Dead gun games. House of the Dead gun games? House of the Dead games. We've got a big gun. One of them, because that's fun. Next. From Obi-Wan Kenobi, aka Mikey. What was your all-time favourite computer game? Oh, that shit's fucking hard. No, it's not. I thought I had a million things running through my head there. I think. It is quite a hard question. So I've instantly got like Amiga stuff, specky stuff running through my head. Legends of Zelda for the SNES. Although I love Renegade on the Spectrum also. But Legend of Zelda for the SNES, Mikey. Obi-Wan Kenobi, if what your name now says. No explanation needed. Classic game. I'm actually thinking of playing it again soon. Because I think, I was thinking the other day, I'm sure I completed it, or I definitely got it when you get the dark sort of world of it, and I'm sure I did get to the end. I can't remember what the end of the game's like, although, and it's funny saying that because I remember what the end of Link's Awakening, is that what it's called? On the Game Boy, the first Zelda game on the Game Boy. I remember the end of that and the music and everything, but I can't remember the end of the SNES version. But the SNES Legend of Zelda, so I'm going to play it again, but that's my answer anyway. And who is the sexiest, Kelly Brook or Holly Willoughby? Sorry. See, that's quite hard because I think Kelly Brook is more obviously better looking, but Holly Willoughby is a better package. You sit looking at her on the TV and she's like, she's alright, she's nothing amazing, but I think the personality goes. Can I have both at once, please? I'm not going to answer that question. Imagine-toi. Kelly Brook, Holly Willoughby, me in the middle. Next question was from Steve36207. He says, congrats fella. Question, what was your go-to arcade game back in the day when you were down to your last 20p? Now this is quite easy for me. It's whether I was down to my last 20p or my first 20p. It used to be the weirdest of things in the town where I just moved from. There used to be like a pen and paper shop, a stationery shop. Before that used to be a video rental place, but it turned into a stationery shop, I think it was. But the back of it, where it used to have the videos, and it wasn't dodgy videos on the side of the back. That's just the way the shop was laid out. It's got all these arcade machines and fucking shit ton, like 4 or 5 at one side and 4 or 5 down the other side. It was amazing. And we used to, sad as we were, get out for lunch, school, get out at lunch time at school, we used to basically peg it from school down the town, go to the baker's or whatever, get a little polystyrene cup of soup for 20p, and then, because that's all we lived on, because we needed the money for the arcade machines, and then we went to this place with arcade machines, and I would just get change out my pound or whatever, and the machine was Street Fighter 2, and now it was a bit of a, what do you call it, the Rainbow Edition, I think it was like a hat ROM on it or whatnot. Basically, if you'd done a fireball, if you're Ken or Ryu, instead of having one going across the screen, it would have two that sort of travelled across the screen like that. And loads of things like that. What else? Balrog, for example, in it, instead of holding back for two and going with the punch button, so you scooted across the screen punching, you just went back, punch, back forward like that, and you go punch, punch, like powerful movement without having to hold it. And things like that, loads of weird fucked up things, but I'm sure it's called Rainbow Edition or Rainbow version. It's basically a wonky version of it. Even mid-game, if you press the one player start button, you'd cycle through your characters so you could change your characters. But that used to be my go-to game. The reason being is loads of people from school and stuff would go down there at lunchtime or weekends, and I could, shit you not bumming myself up or anything, I could stick 20p in that machine and beat anybody who came along. Like, easy. I remember having 20p going down there and I was there for hours. Just playing people. It was like winner stays on sort of thing. I was like a Street Fighter master. Still am. Next question is from Woodland 37. And it is, how long is this video now? Fuck me, half an hour? I need to go to bed. From Woodland 37. Says congrats on the 200 subs, you'll double that in no time, I'm sure, mate. Question 1, why did you choose the SNES as your main system to collect for? Reason being is my main sort of three systems, if you like. I've owned nearly every single games machine or computer or whatnot. Apart from that, when I say computer, I've not owned an Amstrad CPC 464 thing. I'll probably do a video actually of my gaming history, if you like, and go through every single different system that I've owned. But handhelds, computers, consoles, I've owned them all. Excuse me. But probably, I was never going to collect for something like the PlayStation 2 or Xbox. I know some people do, but for me it seems too new. So I had three main systems when I was growing up. First one for me was the Spectrum, ZX Sinclair Spectrum 128K, and like, what was the question? Why did you choose the SNES as your main system? And I thought I wanted to obviously set myself a goal, and I thought maybe a wee bit over ambitious or whatnot, but I thought, right, I'll get a complete set here, and to do that for the spec would be a fucking nightmare. And I know like tapes, they'll degrade over time, so they might not work and whatnot, and finding specky games, overpriced for what they are on likes of eBay or SNES games, to be fair. But so I wasn't going to choose the specky. I hope that answered that. And the next main system that I loved as a kid was the Amiga. Now, I've got an Amiga 600. The thing with the Amiga, I'm not arsed about collecting the games for it. I've got a huge box of floppy disks, loads of games in it. I've got some boxed Amiga games that I just tried to sell on eBay and only one sold, funnily enough. But you can get like a compact flash card for it where it's got all the games on it, or a floppy drive emulator, and you put an SD card in it. So as long as I can play the games on that machine, original games, or they're not the original, they're on a fucking compact flash card. It's basically the ADF files of the Amiga discs, if you like. Then I'm happy with that. I'm not arsed collecting. And the next thing was main system that I totally loved was the SNES. Now I've done that video that says I don't want to collect the SNES because fucking loose cartridges. Oh look, exclusive! You've not seen this one on a pickup video yet. Ah! Loose cartridges on a shelf or an arse pain, but then now you can't see them. You can just see the loose cartridges at the top, but outside there's some universal game cases that I thought, right, that might work out, although it's going to make it more expensive. So I thought, right, I like having like a goal or a target or a little sort of hobby thing rather than just picking up things anywhere and everywhere. Don't get me wrong, if I'm at a car boot sale and I'll see a couple of Mega Drive games or something, I'll pick them up. Or if I'm in CEX, if I'm ever in Edinburgh and GameCube games. I'll pick them up again. But I thought just for a bit of focus, I'd go with the SNES. I wasn't going to go with the Specky, just because Nightmare Collector, I think, and the Amiga. I explained the story there. So the only other option for me, obviously I've got the Mega Drive and stuff, but I did have a Mega Drive, but I think my heart lies with the SNES. Hope that answered your question, mate. Next one from Carl was, what are your thoughts on emulation, good or bad? I used to, years ago, use all the emulators. Ultra HLE, remember that N64 emulator when it first came out? I thought it was amazing. I was at uni and I was playing, I didn't even have a good PC at the time, but I was playing Ocarina of Time on my PC. I was like, holy fuck, how amazing is this? I think especially so because obviously the N64 was still current. I think it's good. I know why a lot of people obviously use it, MAME and whatnot. I'm obviously always going to use emulation. If certain games weren't released in your area, it's a good idea as well. Or if, to be fair, collecting is expensive as well. So if you're not in a position to be able to actually get the machines and the software for the actual machines, emulation is the next best bet. It keeps it alive at the end of the day, apart from anything else, for people maybe not got the means to actually collect the physical hardware and software. So it's good. I think it's a good thing. But yeah, I think it's a good thing. If that even answered that question. It's quite late at night. It's 12 o'clock now. But no, it's good. But I think playing on the real hardware is a lot better. I've got a PC that could play easily any emulator. But I'm also surrounded by the real hardware. I think it's much better picking up a proper joypad for the machine. I know you can get the USB joypads and whatever, but it's just not the same. I'm playing on a proper old school CRT TV. Anyway, next. Question 3 from Carl was, who is a bigger cunt, me or Chris Ashant? You see the theme between Chris Ashant and Woodland? I think you guys should just fucking get like your cocks out and see who's got the biggest cock. They're both bell ends. Next question. What's the most money you're prepared to spend on a SNES game? That's a fucking good question, and the reason being is, obviously I've got Terranigma, which is an RPG game. It cost me about £70–80, but Tino777 Rob recently done a collection video of all his SNES games, and I took a note of them and stuff. And one of them I checked out, which was Demon's Crest. Hard as fuck to get a copy of it. You can get the European version of the game, which is in English, which is sometimes only an option, which you'll see with some of my upcoming SNES Quest games. Buy them from Germany or Spain. The game's still in English, it's just the back of the card writing's in a funny language. But the front, it just apart from that, it looks the exact same, it plays the exact same. And that game's about 150 quid-ish. It's cheapest I saw 120. Now, I would pay that begrudgingly, but I would. But then you get some Mega Man X games, which they start getting up in price a bit, man, like silly. And the thing is, a lot of them are like boxed only, so that even gets sillier at a cart. I just want a rush cart, everybody. But I'd pay that 120 for Demon's Crest, somewhat round about there. But it's a hard question to answer. I'll have to see how it goes, see how much I get pushed. Yeah, see how it goes. I don't want to spend the cost of a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One on a SNES game. I think, as daft as it is, what this might sound is leave the ridiculously expensive games to last, and then probably when I come to buy them, they'll probably be even more expensive, but hopefully by then I'll be rich as fuck and won the lottery. Next question from Shen Muzo. Do you have a secret skill that we don't know about? If so, would it be legal to demonstrate it on YouTube video? I do have a secret skill. This isn't my secret skill, but I used to have a party trick when I was like 18, 17. I used to have house parties that I would stick my head in the tumble dryer and switch it on while it was still going. While my head would be in the tumble dryer, it would be going, and I'd be pants and socks whizzing around my head. I was pissed though. But my other secret skill, is it a secret skill? Let's fucking see if I can show you. Hold on. Ding 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 ding. Hey YouTube. Oh no, I don't know if I can do this because I was saying I've got a torn calf muscle, haven't I? But I can do this. Is that a pretty cool skill? I'd love to be able to lift my body off the ground and walk about, but I'm not strong enough. But I used to do this a lot when I was a wee kid, and for some reason, it's really hot. For some reason, I thought it was funny. But you walk about on your knees. Oh, and I don't know if it's because I'm old, but that hurts too much. I can't do that, or if it's because this is wooden floor. But my legs are now stuck. But that's my secret skill. Hope you enjoyed it. Mr. Dude 206, the cool American stroke Canadian dude. I don't know where you're from, but somewhere over that way. What is the game system you were worried about sorting out first? Oh, it says, since the move, what is the gaming system you were worried about sorting out first? And did you play it during the madness? I probably wasn't worried about sorting anything out first, but I was completely anal when I packaged them up. I got a big cardboard box and I got a shit ton of bubble wrap, and I wrapped every single machine in bubble wrap. And I put it inside this box, and I was like, nobody's carrying this box, it's mine. It will sit in the back of my car by itself, so I know where the fuck it is and what's happening to it. But probably, first system I set up was actually the Mega 600, which is sitting down there, which you can't see it. And yeah, I did play it. I don't think I played it much in my old house. I just want to play some good old school games on it, if you like. I love that machine. So that answers that question. Mr. Dude 206, that's YouTube going off again on my phone. Mark Horsburgh, fellow Scotsman. My question is, would you rather give up Iron Brew or sex? There's a couple of questions. Would I give up Iron Brew or sex? Could I give up Iron Brew? Am I still allowed to have sex with this? Because I could have this in one hand and be having sex with this hand. That's an idea. Seriously, it's hard. Like, this might sound really sad, but I don't know if I could go without Iron Brew for more than like a week. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I've got an issue. Next part of this question, if your piss tasted of brew, would you drink it? I think you'll find that these are first-rate dilemmas. I agree. If your piss tasted of brew, would I drink it? Could it be cold? Like, I know piss is warm. I don't want to drink warm Iron Brew. But if it was cold, right, and it wasn't going to do me any harm, maybe. I've got such weird images in my head. Just imagine myself lying on the sofa, legs akimbo. I'm thirsty, hold up, drink. I was going to say a piss. Have a drink. Oh, that's just wrong. Wife, do you want a drink? Psst. Next! Next bunch of questions are for Colonel Basic. Question 1. Do you enjoy collecting more than actually playing games? It's hard that. The reason I say that is because I enjoy playing games a lot, but to be fair, I probably 90% collect, 10% play games. The reason being is obviously just finding time to do it. It's easy to go on eBay on your phone at work and go, oh, I want that, boom, buy. But you know, with work, you get up in the morning, you come home at 5 or half 5, you've got your kids to sort out, not your kids, my kids to sort out. You sit down, you have your tea, and it's late, it's 8 o'clock at night, you have to spend a bit of time with the wife, or she'll probably get pissed off. And then your wife goes to bed, like she is just now, and then, do you know what I mean, you say I go to bed. The only times I've really got to play games, to be fair, are quite late at night, which is where I make YouTube videos as well. But no, I enjoy playing the games more than I enjoy collecting them. But just now I'm probably doing more collecting than playing. Just the way it's working out with time and whatever. Next question, same chap. How long do you think you can keep collecting going? as long as I can, if that makes sense, until I run out of space, or until the wife threatens to chop off my danglies. Or unless something came up financially or something, like a lot of people say, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to make myself bankrupt. If something came up and I desperately needed the money, then I'd have to get rid of all this. But yeah, I can see me, the SNES question mark going on for quite a while. Hopefully it will. Who knows? A year's time, I might wake up in the morning and just go, I'm bored with YouTube, I'm not doing it anymore, and just sell all my stuff. But I don't think so, because I've had a few of these consoles before in the past and I've sold them on, but now I've got the ones that I've got, I'm not keen on letting any of them go. So hopefully for quite a while anyway. Next question from him was, what percentage of gaming is on PC these days, and is that your main system? The PC that I've got is ridiculously powerful. To be fair, the processor's a couple of generations old, but it's for gaming. I don't need to upgrade it. I know you didn't ask me what specification it is, but it's an i5 2500K. It's overclocked on at 4.7 gigahertz. It's water cooled. I've got a Republic of Gamers Asus motherboard in there. I've got 8 gigabytes RAM. I've got a couple of hard drives, obviously. I've got a GTX 670 graphics card, which is water cooled, overclocked. I've got another GTX 670 graphics card coming in the post to run SLI, and considering how little I play games on it, it doesn't make fucking sense. So what was the question again? What percentage of gaming is on PC? Probably about 70-30, 75% on the PC. It's just again finding time to play the games. Do you know what I mean? I've probably not sat down and played a game properly on the PC for ages. Is it my main system? Yes, it's my main system. I've not got another modern system, if you like. I've got the PC and I've got these consoles. I've got 3DS up there, fair enough, but it's sat up there unused for ages. And I've got a PlayStation 3 which I bought for The Last of Us, but I have just sold that today. But that's probably the first time in a long time that I've sat down and played a game all the way through rather than just having a quick blast from Call of Duty or something like that. So I hope that answers that. Yes, it is my main system, but I don't play many games much because of time. Number 4 question, what game are you currently really looking forward to getting but having a hard time finding it? None at the moment, to be honest with you, mate. Simply because I'm just going, like, obviously I'm mainly collecting for the SNES unless I see something at car boot sale or something like that. But I've just got a list of those PAL SNES games. Sometimes I go on eBay and I'm just like, let's have a look at all the games that are £0 to £5, or I go through the list of the games and I'm like, that I've got, and let's have a look at that, look for that. So I'm not having a hard time at the moment. If I was going to get, there's a couple of games that I've recently bought for the SNES that I got from Germany, I think. They're European PAL versions. The game's still in English, like I said before in other questions. The front's still in English, just the writing on the back of the cart's in Germany. They were a couple of games that were a bit hard to find in this country, but I'm not going to say what they are because there's got to be in the SNES quest video, okay? But I'm not really having a hard time finding anything at the moment. I think once I narrow down the SNES quest a lot and start getting the nitty gritty side of it, it's going to be quite hard to find certain games. One game I did have an issue finding a wee while back was, hold on, I'll get it for you. I'll get it for you, so I will. Was this bad boy? I've got the stickers on it and everything. Gunfight for the Spectrum. I only ever saw one on eBay once, and it's like £15. I'm like, fuck off. But I found it in a shop in Derby for £1. I was like, bonus. So that's probably the answer to that question. Next question from yourself again, Colonel Basic, is I skinned my knees doing that on the floor. Oh my god, I took some skin off my knees. Anyway, skin. Next question was, can we expect more specky vids? You promised I could kick you in the balls if you ignored the system. Don't kick me in the balls, please. Yes, you can expect more specky vids. If you can see down here, hold on, I will adjust your eyes downwards towards the floor. You can see the grey thing in here. When my phone is touching, that is the specky. I've just not got it permanently set up. And obviously, I could do emulation, but I'd rather play it on the proper specky, which I can because I've got a tape adapter and you download the specky games and blah blah blah, play them on the proper machine. Probably the main reason I don't play a lot of specky games, or like do a lot of specky games, is as mad as it is, it's the time it fucking takes to load them sometimes. I can't be arsed. I know I could put them on, go eat my tea, come back. But it's a lot more quicker just banging on the Amiga or banging on the SNES or whatever. Just like instant. But yes, I was thinking about this the other day actually. I am going to get the specky back out and do some more games. I want to get rid of. I want to get through the Star Fox, or is that what it's called? Star Fox Assault gameplays. I've got a couple of other missions to do on that. Get them uploaded so that's done, and at least that's out of the way. And I've got a couple of Amiga games that I want to do, and then I might do something like another specky week, I think, something like that. And then I'll finally get some SNES games on the go because getting some games for the SNES. I can't speak. I'm fucking baking hot now. So that's that. Right guys, that's the end of your questions. How long's this video been going? 52 fucking minutes. Fuck me, look at the time. I need to go to sleep and I've still got to edit this and upload it. I'll do that now and then I'll go to bed. For everybody who answered a question down below, whether they were stupid questions or sensible questions, I don't care. I did say I'd answer anything, and to be honest with you, I don't care what I answer. But much appreciated, guys, as always. Thank you very much for asking the questions. I hope you enjoyed the responses. Thank you very much for being my subscribers, and I hope you enjoy what I do and what I have done, what I have got coming in the future. It's fucking late, guys. I'm baking. I can't wait to stop this recording so I can put the fan on. But as always, guys, until next time, thanks for watching.